Coinbank is running a huge sale on coins right now, so go ahead and check out coinbankut.com and use code FGT for an even bigger discount off your order.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video for you guys. Today we got the second day for the daily sniping series. If you missed yesterday's video, I did upload it kind of late. It was around like 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I believe. But yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and check that out. I show you guys some good sniping filters that I used that day or yesterday. But today it's gonna be kind of different because they might be dropping team of the week later in the day because all the employees actually went into work today after, you know, the holiday break. But yeah, so we might get team of the week later in the day. Usually get it around like 12 or 2 Central, I believe. I can't really remember. But if we do, then I'm going to have to snipe a little bit of that too. But today I am actually recording this intro in the morning. But I'm probably going to be sniping throughout the day, and it'll probably come out later in the day again. But yeah, let's just get on to the sniping. Hopefully we have another successful day. Yesterday was pretty successful. We made a lot of coins. But today, you know, hopefully we can find some good sniping filters to use. So yeah, let's get right into the sniping. So guys, in this video, I used one of the old reliable filters, the most consistent filter ever used. And I've talked about this a lot, and I haven't really talked about it in recent months, weeks, just because I've been using the zero choke filters and all that a lot more. And it is the elite team by team filter. Of course, if you're gonna do that filter, you're gonna need to check what you could overprice the lower elites for. So you got to go all the way from 80 to 81 to 86 to 87. So all the overalls in the middle, check what they're going for, check what you could overprice them for, memorize them or write them down, whatever you need to. Because having these 4 prices in mind, they'll help you so much with this filter, because you'll know when to pick up a card and when not to pick up a card. And I've always said this, if you can make 1,000 coins on it, you should definitely pick it up. So with having those 4 prices, you'll know when to pick up. Like you can see, this Richard Sherman is a perfect example to start off with. I'm only going to be making about like 1,500 coins off of it, but if I did what I could overprice them for, I probably wouldn't pick it up, because there's so many Richard Shermans up for like 5-6K that I know I wouldn't be able to make a profit off of them. But you know, definitely suggest you guys doing this. You can see Eric around 800 coins, not fancy, not that will make me like 50K or 100K, but I'll take it. You know, gonna be making me about 4K, so why not? And this next snipe, you can see 85 right tackle for 5K. This is gonna be making us about 8,000, 9,000 after tax, if I could do some quick math. Maybe 8K, I would probably say. But if you're patient, if you go through the teams, you'll find some good snipes. Like that was a perfect example. Not the highest of overall, but still able to make me 8K. Lamar Miller was up for a minute 30, maybe a minute 40, but I was able to make 2,500 coins off of him because no one picked him up, because I guess they didn't realize that you could overprice these 80 overalls for 5K, 1,500 in the morning. Of course, the prices changed over time. This Kenny Clark is another great example of, you know, only being able to make about 1,000 to 1,500 coins on it, because picked him up for 12,500, and we're gonna put him up for, I believe, around 15K, 15,500, something like that. And nothing too fancy, just making about 1,000 coins, 1,500 coins on it, which, you know, who wouldn't want a free 15K? It's just not 15K, 1,500 coins. It's just so easy to make it. So I definitely suggest you guys using this. I kind of switch it up later in the afternoon. Most of these starting snipes are morning snipes, and you can see King Galladay 2K. Crazy. Again, not the highest of overalls, but still an 84 overall for 2K, which is going to be making me about 12K. I mean, can't be mad at that. With this filter, you're going to be seeing lower overalls, mostly lower overalls, but you will also be seeing higher overalls. Like this isn't a great example of it because it's still 85 overall, but Joey Bosa still went for about 12K, and he was up for 14,500. So, I mean, I'll take it, about 3K profit, and he sold pretty quickly too. He didn't even take that long. Probably took like 5-10 minutes at max to sell. And this one, you know, Richard Sherman, there's so many Richard Shermans up for around 5K. I could have picked up all of them, but personally, I did not have much faith in him selling, him selling for the overpriced mark that I'm putting him at, just because there's so many up. But, you know, the ones that I did pick up, they did end up selling, so I was kind of happy. But when I was picking these cards up, wasn't too optimistic, just because there's way too many up. So I could have picked up a lot more, but only picked up a couple of them just because I wanted to be a little cautious. But Nick Perry for 3K, I mean, I'll take it. Another 1,500 coin profit. And then this one right here, I mean, another, finally picked up at 86 overall, actually. I thought this was going to be another Richard Sherman, but this is actually the Steve Young that we picked up. 86 overall. I think this is the first one, which is above an 85 overall. But, again, nothing too fancy. Going to be making about 3K on him. But, I mean, if it's consistent enough, I'll definitely take it. And this one, kind of don't like that you could see these in elites. But, I mean, I guess I'll take it. Sometimes these do flood the team. But, in this case, 3,500 for it. I'll take it. Thought he would be going for a little bit more. Thought he was going for around like 4 or 5K. But, you know, I checked my head, and he's really only going for like 2,000. I believe I actually put him up for like 1,800, 1,900. But I'll still take it. It's still 1,000 coin profit, so why not? It's actually a couple hours later, and for me, I kind of stopped for like 3-4 hours, and I just wanted to snipe again. So, you know, this was around like 1, 2, or 2, 3 o'clock, something like that. Again, just checking the prices of the lower overall elites, because sometimes these do change throughout the day, and most of the times they do, because in the evening there's a lot more quantity. So, you know, like you can see the 86s, they're selling for 25,000, which most of the time the prices kind of even out to what they are in the morning. But, you know, it was great to see that they're at 25K for a little bit. But Lorenzo Neal is actually the first one that we picked up that isn't, you know, the lower overall elites. So definitely a great snipe. Made about like 8K on him. I don't think he's still sold yet, actually. But this time when I'm putting him up, I actually had to repost him because he did not sell in the first try. But again, fullbacks, most times they don't really sell right away unless, you know, you put them up for a snipe. But, I mean, I'll take it. It's still an 8K snipe because I'll be able to sell them. Might take some time, but I would definitely be able to sell them. And this next one, again, Max Unger, I mean, I kind of made a mistake on this, but then again, I kind of don't regret it too much because I could have sold him for like 8-9K, I believe, even more. But I just put him up for the regular 80 overall because I didn't realize it at first. But it is what it is. Still made about like 2,500 coins on it, so can't be too mad at that. Here, this is actually around the time they announced, or actually this is a little bit later when they announced that tomorrow they're going to come out with the Team of the Weeks for the last 2 weeks, plus some special snow offers. So really don't know what they're going to be. Not too optimistic on it, but, you know, I was just checking price, and the prices did go up a little bit. So if you want to try out the method that I showed in the video yesterday, I would kind of proceed with caution just because I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to make profit every single time. There might actually be times where you lose coins, but you do see even the 93 overalls, they went up a little. They're up to around 2K, 2,500, or not 2,500, 205K. But again, another Richard Sherman snipe. You know, like I said, I could have picked up so many more of these because I saw way too many for like 5K and 5,200. But I just chose not to. I didn't want to just flood the market with Richard Sherman's. But it certainly was a pretty decent snipe. Gonna be making like 3K off of it, if I'm not wrong. So, just picked up 2 quick 82 overalls. And again, it's consistent. I feel consistent. I like it more than the higher overall ones just because I get bored easily. So if I'm not seeing a snipe, I'm more than likely gonna hate the filter. But you can see this Geno Atkins. I almost made a mistake right there and picked up the 83K one, but did finally pick up the 60K one and made about 8K profit. He sold pretty quickly. Probably could have made a little bit more, like 9, 10K, but I just chose to put him up for 80K because that was his Mudhead price. That's what most of his sales have been. But definitely a really, really great snipe. Made what, like 12K, right? 13K, if I'm not wrong. No, 12K. I don't know. I really can't do math right now. But yeah, can't be too mad at that one. And that was actually the final snipe. So let's get on to the rest of it. Okay, guys. So this is actually going to be the end of the video. You can see this is actually live. And Lorenzo Neal was the only one that I had to really repost a couple of times. Took about like 2 times. I think that was the second time I reposted him, and he sold pretty quickly. But you do see, made about like 70K today, right? I think we started with 50 or 4.85 mil. I think that's what we started with, something like that. But made about like 70K. Didn't have too much time today to snipe, but still made some pretty decent profit with, the old reliable filter, the most consistent filter that I've talked about. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the second day of daily sniping, do hit that like button. And let's try to get to the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.